Hey everybody! It's me, your friendly neighborhood Doug. Hope y'all's doing good today. I got my camera kind of zoomed out here and you can see stuff sitting around. There's something right here in the way. Oh, it's this drinking water. Sitting right there in the way. We'll move that. I hope y'all's doing good. I'm doing pretty good. I drove all the way to Knoxville last night to pick up his guitar. What's cool about this guitar is it don't got no headstock on it. It's a headless guitar. So I've been rocking out with that quite a bit. We got quite a few people in the chat. We got the Bunderdome. We got Tonic Mole. We got Dave. We got Bean. And we got Sam. Hey everybody. I said hey everybody. Hey everybody. It's the dugcast. Do 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 do. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. So I sit around playing guitar. I'm pretty enamored with this thing. It's really cool. I'm almost afraid that it might be stoled. Either that or the guy just had more money and just really didn't care. This guitar is a $1,400 guitar. It's a Legator, however you want to say it. Super fancy. These guitars are kind of hit or miss, though. They've had a bad name because they put out a bunch of turds. This is not a turd. It's got a really nice burl top on it. It's solid wood on the back. It's got a set of $300 Fishman Fluence pickups in it. And it's got a kill switch. So you can go. I thought it was pretty cool. So I've been kind of rocking out on that. I'm going to play it just for a second. And it's a 7-string, so it's heavy. Dave says the guitars George Carlin gave Bill and Ted were headless. That's because George Carlin was the greatest, and he knew headless was the future. The only bad thing about the headless guitar is that it won't fit on my stand because there's no headstock. I've got a rack stand over here I can put it on. But let's do something irresponsible and just lay it somewhere and let it get broke. I'll put it on this stand over here. Oh, and I totally dropped it. That stand's not made for headless guitars either. Tim says, what song is that? That's just me jamming. Just going doodly 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 doodly. I like to do that. My whole setup I've kind of changed, you know. Back in the day, you had an amp and you would set up a mic and you plug your guitar in and all that stuff. I've got a Line 6 Helix and it's an amp modeler. So pretty much any amp I want to pull up, I can get the sound and I run direct into my mixer. That's why you hear it coming through here. And, you know, I can sit in here and play all day and it makes no noise outside and I get really good guitar tones. If you want to pay me to make you some music, I'll totally do it. I'll write you 3 or 4 songs. I don't care. That's one thing. If you have anything coming up and you want some tunes, I can do metal. I can do folk rock. I can do classic rock. It don't matter. Just hit me up. I like to make music. Tonic Mole says Doug's Doodle on drop D. I think that thing is tuned to A, which is lower than my other 7-string. This 7-string here, I paid $150 for. I never really got into 7-strings. This was my first one. I paid $150. and it's in B. Like what's weird is it's in standard tuning, except you add a low B to it, and that's that other one's in drop. Who knows what? Tim, just shoot me a message. I'll work on a tune for you, and you can pay me if you like it. You don't have to pay me ahead of time. I like to work on this stuff. Dave says I stick my head inside my amp for a killer sound. I've still got a Marshall cabinet somewhere, and I've got a amp head sitting over there. I just don't use amps anymore because I don't play live. And the last time I played live, I had like a half stack, and it was overkill. It was completely ridiculous. But yeah, talking about guitars there, let's get into a little bit of comic book talk. But I'm going to talk about Legends of Lone Wolf. So things are starting to get wrapped up. This is going to be like the final little push for this. I'm probably going to run it another month, maybe a little bit longer. I'm not sure. I've not made up my mind. But this is going to be the final push for this. As things are right now, you see it says $69.54. After the taxes and crap they take out, it's not near that much. It might be around like $6,000. With this book, you know, all the extras I've thrown out there, probably going to come out paying some of my own money to get some of these extras. We're doing 2 ash cans, 4 trading cards, a couple posters, magnets, stickers, you know, just a ton of stuff. So this is going to be the final push. If you want to get in now. Some of the perks down because I already printed the variant cover books. I'm not printing any more of those. Those were a little expensive because they were such small runs. So, you know, if you want to get in on this, now is the time. We do have the digital PDF. We have the t-shirt, which only a couple people have got the t-shirt, but it's got the artwork by J. Paul Chic, which is like some really killer artwork. And of course, we've got the digital book and issue 1. Here's the book. It's perfect binding. See, 47 people's claimed these. Just this is just the book. We got quite a few people that's claimed it with the extra stuff. But this is going to be perfect bound. You know, like 100-pound covers and 80-page interiors. It's going to be a nice book. You know, it's not going to be a cheap turd. We're going to go for the nicest book we can. That's one thing with the money. Everybody kind of volunteered their time and everything to get this done. And we agreed that it would go into making the nicest book possible and all the extras. You know, this is just kind of to spread our work around. I left this up. You can still get Legends and issue 1 if you want it. We've got to get 2 copies. Somebody got 2 copies of the book. Now, to support the troops, this one here, which I may have to end up ordering some more of those if it works out that anybody else gets this. But for $75, we send 4 copies of the book to Operation Gratitude, and that also comes with issue 1. So that's 8 books in total. But you know, whatever. We send them Operation Gratitude. Operation Gratitude sends those to troops stationed all over the world. You know, United States, overseas, wherever. They put them in care packages, everything else. So on my first campaign, I did that and sent that, and they sent me a really nice letter back, and they were really cool people and seemed very appreciative that you know, that we sent them something. And I really liked that. You know, they took the time to do that. They didn't have to do that, but they took time to do that. I really liked that. So we still got this one open. Now we got the 5-pack. You buy 5 of these, you get 1 free. Retailer's pack. You buy 8 books, you get 2 free. Didn't really think anybody was going to pick these up, but I threw them up there just in case. Because you never know. You can see all this pretty artwork over here. I took down the perks. You can't get the Muttman variant anymore. You can't get the J. Paul Chic variant. We're going to run this. You know, you get this cover. The Kickstarter was for the other cover. So, if you didn't get those, you missed out on the Kickstarter. We might do an Indiegogo for that one later. Maybe do something a little different. But, you know, you're going to be, if you haven't backed this, you need to get on it, because I'm going to take it down. It's pretty good. We got some cool artwork. Here's a story by Jameson McCran and Joey Tremblay. It's got Barry Goosey in it. He's a comical character based on somebody whose name sounds like Barry Goosey. Then that's some uncolored versions of the artwork from my story, Sword of the Samurai, by me and Marshall Lee. And of course we got Mior's work. And then we got Bruce Paddenall. Now see, here's some of Muttman's work. You can't get this now. You missed out on this. This is gone. The only way you can get this now is if you support the troops. And of course, we've got Jeff Lashley's Lone Wolf #1 cover. There's some artwork by J. Paul Chic. This has all been colored. And then here's Jameson McCran. Oh, Wild Pickles appears. We got Pickles in the chat. What's up, Pickles? He thinks biscuits and gravy looks gross, so tell him how wrong that he is and tell him that biscuits and gravy are amazing, and that's why we left England. Because y'all didn't know nothing about no biscuits and gravy. So go check this out. Back this if you're so inclined. You know, we'd really appreciate it. A lot of people put a lot of hard work into this, and it's time for it to fly free out there in the wild. And know that nobody made any money on this book. I'm not saying that I don't want your pity or anything like that, or I just think it's hilarious. I've run 2 campaigns and made no money, but it's fun. It's not about making cash for me. It's about creating. It's the same reason I make music and everything, just to get it out there. And if somebody enjoys it, you know, the creation process is part of the fun. It's cool to write a story and see it come to life with artwork, and for people to kind of get your vision, get to see it on paper. So, you know, I don't want any pity or any, you know, I don't need to GoFundMe or super chats or anything. Just if you think you enjoy it, pick it up. Let me know if you enjoyed it. That's pretty much all I need, is some kind of little gratification from somebody sending me a message and going, I liked your book, it wasn't as bad as it looked, or you do okay writing, you are not as dumb as you look. You know, that kind of stuff. So go check that out. I appreciate that. If you don't check it out, then I don't appreciate it. Let's see. People still talking about biscuits and gravy. Tim says biscuits and gravy are the reason we threw tea into Boston Harbor. That's exactly right. Pickle says, Americans. You don't know nothing about no America. Guess what? In England, you can't even have one of these. I can walk her down the street with this bad boy on my side. Nobody's going to say nothing. Well, I can here. Maybe not New York. New York City. I can go to the Dairy Queen carrying this mofo and order some biscuits and gravy. Or go to the Save-A-Lot and buy biscuits and gravy. Buy stuff to make biscuits and gravy. Sam said never had those two. Ashton Jackal says, I think I found an artist. He's working on something. And he's been looking for an artist, so I hope he has. I hope he gets his creation out there, because creating is fun. Tim says Space Machete. That's kind of right. It's crazy because I got two sitting here. I've got the Rambo. I'm Space Rambo now. And this is a pretty big knife, you know. It's pretty good size. But then you pull out this one. And it's a lot bigger. Come to America, pickles. We got biscuits and gravies and knives. And it's all good fun. And what's cool is I have a gun over there. And there's a gun in that room. There's actually a gun in every room in my house. Because I like guns too. Muttman's in the chat. Says, hey everybody, it's the Doug Show. Hey everybody, it's the Doug Show. Yeah. Tim says, did you ever see Rambo 5? Beautiful movie, Oscar worthy. Yeah, I watched it not too long ago. I really enjoyed it. I like all the Rambo movies. First Blood's still my favorite. It'll probably always be my favorite, but I like the new one. It was pretty good. Eric Hawkins says, I love biscuits and gravy. Eric Hawkins, you know exactly what you're talking about because biscuits and gravy are amazing. My Pickle says, I'd like to throw some knives and shoot the guns. My inner American is channeling. Dude, you get over here and you'd be running around. You'd have American flag painted on your face, yelling, freedom! I could have done that for like another 30 seconds, but I didn't want to. Oh, but we got Muttman in chat, and I tell you what, guys, if you missed out on Hero, you're really missing out. He's been posting a lot of artwork, and that's probably the book I'm looking forward to most next. I don't know if I've got anything else I'm waiting on, but I'm really, really, really looking forward to that one. Muttman's one of my favorite dudes out there, besides Macho Dan, and that variant cover for Lone Wolf that he did is really awesome. Really, really good. Tonic Mole says most freedom. That's a lot of, we got a lot of freedom over here. Freedom isn't free. Oh man, it's made me think of Team America. Muttman says Hero is happening, my dude. I know. I see the artwork you post all the time. I cannot wait to get that. Muttman says Macho sucks. Oh, poor old Macho. It was his birthday yesterday. I don't know how old he is, but he's old enough, I guess. So if you didn't wish him a happy birthday, go do that. I don't know if any of y'all have been listening to your music there on the hashtag dugcast playlist. I saw quite a bit posted. That was pretty cool. I got on Twitter and was looking at that. Sam says nothing truly good is free. That's right. I agree with that. And you know what? Nothing really is free. You pay a price for it one way or the other. Sam says he's waiting for Hero. I know he's psyched about that one too. Muttman says old enough to know better. I think we're all at that point now, or at least we should be. I got a birthday coming up in March. I think I'm going to skip it this year. I think I'm going to skip the next couple. I'll be perfectly fine being 35 and holding for a while. Have you seen the coloring on Hero? Looks like Bristol board. Yeah, Dave. They stole my colorist. No, I'm glad to see Eugene getting some work. He's a really good guy. I don't know if that's how he pronounces his name or not, but he's at Vegas Day Real on Twitter. The dude is an awesome colorist, and he really brought Lone Wolf issue 1 to life, and I really, really like that he's a coloring Hero. That cover that they did, and he colored it, is like one of my favorite things ever. Buttman says, I'm 29 and holding. Yeah, I'm okay being 35. When I turned 30, it nearly killed me. I don't know why. It just seemed like that was ancient at the time. And 35 didn't bother me. But I don't really want to get much older than that. I really don't want to get 40. I'm sorry if any of you guys are 40 or older. You guys are old. But, like earlier this week when we found out that Neil Peart passed away. Neil Peart, however you want to say it. It was just awful. Makes you feel old. Sam says, for once I am not the youngest here. Oh, I don't know. This must be an old people show. Well, Pickles is young. Pickles is pretty young, but he's English, so he doesn't know anything. You need to come to America where I can teach you stuff. Buttman says, Doug, the coolest thing in the world is when you see your artwork come back colored. It's the greatest feeling. I just tell you, man, it's like that when I just see the artwork in general. I wrote this story and got these pictures in my head. And when that art comes in, it absolutely blows my mind. It's so awesome to see it. Actually, one of my favorite pages from Lone Wolf issue 1 is page number 4. And I have it framed and it's hanging on my wall right over here. And I still get, I look at it and I'm like, man, Jeff doesn't know how much it means to me that he helped me out and worked on that story. And I actually got to make a comic book. It blows my mind. It's something I never thought I'd be able to do. Ashton Jackal says, people say I look 30. I'm fine with that. Like 2 years ago, my hair was real long, and I didn't have any gray in it, really, which is weird because it's starting to get all gray. You can see it. And I didn't have any gray in my beard. Everybody thought I was in my 20s. And then just the past couple years, man, I've aged. I think I've gained some weight in my face, and I look old. Eric Hawkins says 30 was rough, 40 didn't bother me. We'll see how I feel about 50 in 2 years. Well, I never thought I'd be this close to 40. I got I turned 36 this year. I got 4 more years. I guess it's like they say, any day above ground is good. So I should just be thankful that I'm alive, not take it so rough. Sam says I'll be 33 in April. Mallet says back in space. Dude, I live in space. Space is where I'm at. Muttman says Lashley killed it. What a great guy. Yeah, Jeff is an awesome guy. And one awesome thing about these trading cards is that I talked to Jeff, and Jeff did a piece for the trading cards for Legends of the Lone Wolf. And I actually got a little secret thing I wanted to do for one of our viewers. I got a couple secret things for a couple of you guys, but Jeff totally worked on something for me, and it's awesome, and I can't wait to get it to this person because it's really cool. Tim says the best thing about the last 2 years is creators doing their books and experiencing the joy of seeing it in print. Mentally is different than jaded pros. The hobbyists appreciate the craft. I agree. Because when you're like me, you're doing it because you love it. I go to work. I work anywhere between 8 to 12 hours a day, 5, 6, 7 days a week sometimes. And the rest of the time I try to write and get this book made and all that stuff. And it's because I love it. There's a passion there, and I see that in a lot of these indie books. And I feel like these jaded pros, even their indie stuff, there's just no passion there. It's like they've kind of lost the drive. I think it's one reason it takes them so long. And because it's work for them. It's not passion. I think a lot of musicians get that way too. Mallet says I'm 51. It's okay. Yeah, we knew you were old. You like to drive trucks on the internet. You had to be old. Young people don't like that. Young people play Fortnite. That's why I play Fortnite. I'm young. Now, Mallet's a good guy. I like Mallet. Tonic Mo, it's cool when someone else draws my scripts other than myself. Dude, if I could draw my own scripts, I would draw all the time. Anytime I do draw something, it depresses me. I was on a stream the other night, and we was talking about drawing skills, so I started drawing. I drew this character I used to draw in high school. I took art like 1,000,000,000 times. I took art and metals 1,000 times. So if I wasn't welding, then I was in art class drawing. And in my sketchbook, I drew this character, and he was a anthropomorphic, which monkeys kind of are anyways, but he was a personified monkey, and he was a superhero, and he fought chickens. And you guys can't see that because it's blowing up. It's blowing up. The space won't let you see that. It looks like he's got a big giant turd coming out of his butt. I didn't finish the drawing. I just cut his legs off. Well, his feet, hands. But then there's the turd coming out of his butt. That's the extent of my drawing abilities. It's not pretty at all. Let's see. Dave says it's not the years, it's the mileage. Freddie says, hello, just stopping in for a minute. Hey, Freddie. We appreciate you. He's just here for the Magnum. Muttman says, I can't wait to see Hero become a reality. It's the hardest creative project of my life. I truly have loved every minute of work I put into it. You can kind of tell, like I said, you can tell who has the passion, and they put a lot of it into it. And I've been excited about Hero since the first time I ever saw it. And then when I met these guys and talked to them, I was hooked on them. I think they're great guys. I think that this is going to be a killer book. And like I said, the variant cover for issue 1 is one of my favorite Lone Wolf pieces ever. It's so cool to see that, and I don't know, it just blows my mind. Tim says there needs to be Viagra for creativity. Freddie Primo says 52 and haven't changed a thing for 30 years. Mallet says too good for space. And Muttman says Doug draws way better than Macho. That's good. Now don't tell Macho, but I'm better at everything than he is. I could go to where he's at right now and ride a bicycle better than him. Even though I'm 300 pounds and built like a grizzly bear, I can do everything better than everybody. I think I'm going to start a online feud with Macho, even though he's like my favorite person ever. And let me tell you something else about Macho. He knew that I was a big Preds fan, because I talk about the Preds a lot. And him and his family were going to take a trip, and they couldn't. You know, they had plans to go to a Preds game, and they couldn't make it. And Macho just, he gave me the tickets. He was like, here you go. And that blew my mind. That was my first Preds game. And Macho Dan gave me the tickets to go. That was the coolest thing ever. You know, he didn't ask for anything in return. He was just being a cool dude. And I don't know if he knows how much that meant to me, but that meant a lot. He's a good dude. And Muttman, you haven't done anything for me, so I'm thinking I'm just going to start the feud with you. Maybe I'll just feud with both of you. And Tim says Macho Man Randy Savage, Macho Dano, aka the Kool-Aid Man, because apparently they both appeared at the same time in the universe, and you've never seen them both together. At least that's what Muttman says. We've got 10 viewers right now. Do you all not have anything better to do? If you're late, you didn't get to see my guitar. I played it earlier. I went and bought this last night. It ain't got no headstock on it. This is what the guitars from the future look like. Last night I went into the future and got this guitar because I only play things from the future. And it's awesome. I like this guitar. I actually went to get it to flip it because I used to do that before I got into comic books a lot. I would get online and search out local guitars and flip them and make a little bit of money doing that. And I kind of do it from time to time, trade around and make a little bit of money. But man, I like this guitar. I like it a lot. Eric Hawkins says, do you know where... I do not know how to pronounce that name, but I've actually heard of that place, Eric. He says that's where my family is from. I don't know how far it is, but I have actually seen it. I scour local listings, like I said, for things like this. And my brother, he buys cars and fixes... Look how massive my beard looks. Sorry, I got distracted. And so we're constantly scouring classifieds and local listings and stuff like that. And I've seen that place come up a lot. So I'm probably within driving distance, I think. Not 100% sure. But like I was saying, look at my beard. I guess I'm just a neck beard. Isn't that what they call them guys with massive beards? It's near Monteagle. Yeah, I know where that is. That's cool. Doug, you look like Eternity from Marvel grew a beard. I don't know who that is. I'm gonna have to look that up. Gatlinburg, I love Gatlinburg. Everybody knows where Gatlinburg is. That's the place where all the rich people goes. All the rich northern people, they come to Gatlinburg and annoy all the local people. No, but yeah, Gatlinburg is an awesome place, and it had a really bad fire 2 years ago, I'm thinking. Nearly destroyed everything. Destroyed a lot of historical stuff. It was kind of a bummer. Let's look up Marvel Comics Eternity. Images. Pixel Trader says, woo! Caught dugcast live. You sure did. Oh, I'm cool with looking like Eternity with a beard. You guys want to see what Eternity looks like? I'll show you. Right there. That's Eternity's. Let's open that in a new tab. Look at it real... I didn't open it big. I just opened a page in a new tab. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. My man says my family goes to Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg a lot. We love it. Yeah, it's a cool place. I've not been over there in a while. We've kind of been the last few years. We've got into camping a lot, and we go to different parks and stuff. And our next big camping trip is going to Myrtle Beach, and there's some people I know from here on the internet that live over that way, and we'll try to go visit them while I'm over there. Eric says I've been going to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge since I was a kid, before there was anything there. That's awesome. It's a beautiful area. Which, I mean, you know, if you go and you look at all the scenery, that's kind of where I live. It looks like that everywhere here. Dave says, Pixel, he was talking cults on Tinfall Talk last night. Hey, yeah, I didn't get to watch that. I was, like I said, driving Knoxville by guitars. 'Cause that's how I roll. And then I had to go to work. I didn't get no sleep, and I'm at work like, all zombied out. Oh, man. Now we got 12 viewers. 12 viewers. Sam says, anyone who wants to learn about a very interesting cult, check out Down the Rabbit Hole on YouTube about the name I can't pronounce, but it's there in the chat. Check that out. I've been meaning to do this, still haven't done it. I'm going to set up a DM group on Twitter so I can start getting some people on the show. If there's somebody you would like for me to try to get on, let me know. I'm going to try to get Muttman, Macho Dano. I'm going to try to get Nasser. Maybe Cal might want to come on. Just different people. I want to get Matt Krotz on because I want to talk about his book because it's awesome. Just lots of cool people. Maybe they can come on during the day, and if they can't, maybe we can pre-record something and just play it. We could kind of pull like a mystery science theater, and I'll play it, and we'll sit and do commentary over it. Dave says, get Bill Cosby. Well, I'll get right on that. The kids and the pudding pops and the kids. Yes, I just did a Bill Cosby impersonation. I'm sorry. I should be shot. Is that even still cool anymore? Oh, speaking of Bill Cosby, the guy who one of the creators of Rick and Morty did a show called House of Cosby's, and it originally was going to be picked up by Adult Swim, but Bill Cosby caught wind of it and had it shut down. So get on YouTube and search for House of Cosby's because you need to see it. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up because we can't get copyright strike for watching that. I'll pull it up and show it to you guys. See, YouTube. Hey, there I am on YouTube. I wonder if we can let's do this. Go back in time. Get on YouTube and search because oh look, this is like the Matrix. I'm ahead of time. I'm looking into what you guys are watching. What I'm seeing right now is what you guys are watching. So technically, I'm in the future. Hey, there I am on YouTube. See? I wonder if we can I want to start watching all my streams like this. I'm just gonna be like, watch them all. Oh, look, it's gonna keep going. This is like the Matrix. It's gonna go forever. I need to open another window. I'm looking into what you guys. We're not doing this all day. What I'm seeing right now is what you Let's see, House of Cosby's. Oh, there's the full series. Let's check this out real quick. You see, Rudy, Theo. He searched and found a Cosby hair. He spent 10 long years and built a cloning machine, and now he's accomplished his wonderful dream to make a house of Cosby's. It's a house of Cosby's. So, you need to go check this out because it's hilarious. It's got lots of Rudy. Theo! I'm about to poop in my pants, you see? Rudy! The kids! So, go check that out. It's pretty funny. And I blame Dave. This is all Dave's fault. Every bit of it. for suggesting Bill Cosby. You've completely derailed the stream, and I've lost viewers. We're back down to 10 viewers. We had 12 viewers. Dave. Why, Dave? Why did you do this? We're going to have to kick Dave out of the stream. If you want to kick Dave, push F. Just how it's going to be. Let's see. What we got going on in the chat? The Bunderdome says, ha 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 ha. My man says, ha 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 ha. Pixel says it's ridiculous, then ha ha, then Streamception. No one says time plus space equals Matrix. Dave apologized. It's okay, Dave. Since you apologized, you've been forgiven. Tim says 2 people thought they were going to get roofied by your impersonation. And when you hear that anymore, you take off running. It's like Jello! And it's like, nobody wants any Jello. You go out to eat Chinese restaurants, you don't eat the Jello. You're like, Rudy, Theo, don't eat the Jello, kids. Poor Bill Cosby. I used to think he was hilarious. I still think Bill Cosby's hilarious. I don't think what he did was hilarious. I don't want to get into Bill Cosby's. Let's not talk about Cosby's no more. Just go watch House of Cosby's. Because that is good to watch. Oh, man. 44 minutes of complete and utter nonsense. But, like I was saying earlier, we're going to be wrapping up Legends of Lone Wolf. We're going to start. We got Vicky Verse in there. Hey, Vicky. Vicky, if you just now showed up, you missed Streamception, you missed Guitars, and you missed Freedom, and you missed Bill Cosby. I don't know if I already said that or not. I probably did, but you missed it. Tim says Bill Cosby wants to get into you. And no one says now we know why Lisa Bonet is so effed up. Maybe. Did he? No, that means that we can use Cosby as a noun. So did he Cosby her? Was she Cosby'd? What would you do if you ever got Cosby'd? Would you, I mean, do you think Cosby is too old to be Cosby'd in prison? What does Cosby even mean? Does that mean to roofie? I don't know. That should be the word for 2020, though, Cosby'd. And, you could be messed up. Oh, I just failed and Cosby'd my knee. My knee's Cosby'd. I don't know. You guys tell me. I'm just here spouting nonsense. Like I said, Legends of Lone Wolf. We're wrapping this poop up. If you want it, go get it now. Because you're not going to be able to get another copy of it for a while. Probably won't do any reprints until way down the road. Eric Hawkins says Cosby gets plenty of pudding pops now. He probably does. He gets all the pudding pops. His pudding pops brings all the boys to the yard. Oh, Bill. But as soon as we wrap up Legends Lone Wolf and I get that shipped out, me and 6 Scale Combat are going to run a campaign for Napalm Brothers, which is a story about some Vietnam vets. And it's a really awesome story. It's got some killer artwork. The colors are fantastic. 6 did a really good job on the book. He wrote the story. He did all the artwork. He did all the colors. Well, Muttman says, are you going to start issue 2 anytime soon? Issue 2, all 24 pages have been penciled. Couple pages have been inked. I was showing off that artwork yesterday. I'll show it off again today because I like doing stuff like that. Let me pull it up if I can find it. Boop, boop, boop. You guys see my Facebook there. Don't be spying on my Facebook. See, open link in new tab. Open link in new tab. Okay. Now won't this let me zoom in on it? Dadgummit. Anyways. This right here, it's a little blurry because it was taken with a cell phone camera. But this is one of the panels from Lone Wolf issue 2. This is a new character that I've introduced. With issue 2, I'm going to try to do 2 ash cans. We're going to have an ash can that's about Mad Dog and what he's doing between issue 1 and issue 2. And then I'd like to do an ash can about this character here. And the working title for that other one is Hand of God. And I'd like to do Hand of God as a spin-off series from Lone Wolf if I can find an artist who wants to collaborate. And this here, which is blurry as poop. I don't think it's going to get unblurry either. This is a page. It's got my favorite wolf on it. Yesterday it was letting me zoom in and look at them all cool and stuff, but it's not today. I think I actually might have saved these on my desktop. Let's take a look. Let's quit this old poop. No, I didn't save them. I didn't do that. I'm lying to you. So yeah, issue 2's already started. So definitely go and support Legends Lone Wolf. And then issue 2, we want it to be completely penciled and inked and probably lettered before we ever start a campaign. The campaign will just be like a pre-order, kind of like Napalm Brothers. I'm going to help Sixth run that. I hate to run something before I've fulfilled on one, but it's his book and he has done all the work and everything, so we might just go ahead. I'm going to talk to him about maybe just going ahead and running that on a different account. So Tonic Mo says Lone Wolf needs a trusty sidekick. Yes, no, maybe. Well, I don't want to give nothing away, but he kind of has a little sidekick there in issue 2. See, the without getting into a lot of my ideas, because I don't want to give things away, but then again, people probably forget 5 minutes from now. Where he's been alive for like over 200 years. In a way, he's kind of like Wolverine. He's a mixture of Wolverine and the Batman and the Phantom. But he's seen so many people come and go and live and die and stuff. It's hard for him to get close to anybody because he knows that eventually he'll outlive them and they'll just die. So pretty much he just talks to his Force Ghost grandfather most of the time. No one says, is it a pelican? It is now. Now I'm going to have to go back and rewrite the script because we're going to insert a pelican in there. And the pelican will carry a knife like this and stab zombies in the head. And they'll fight the patriarchy and Trump because that's what everybody wants. If you guys didn't know, if you're having problems with your comic book and you want to come up with something that everybody will like, have your character fight either the real Trump or a blatant, obvious copy of Trump, because nobody wants escapism. They want to be reminded constantly that the real world is a big pile of poop, and they should be disappointed and depressed all the time. So that's where Tim messed up. Tim's doing the books where Trump is a hero, and he shouldn't, because more people would buy it if they were fighting against Trump and the patriarchy, and that they were socialist, because socialism is the wave of the future. And Bill Cosby. Still just got 10 viewers. I'm surprised y'all still here. Listen to me ramble. It's been almost an hour. I don't got nothing else to say today. I'm going to leave. You guys are weird. You sit around and listen to some fat old guy from Tennessee ramble about nonsense and do very bad Bill Cosby impersonations. But go check out my stuff. Have fun. Be nice. Do things. Enjoy the day. It's nice out here today. If it's nice where you are, go for a walk. Go get a dog. Tim says I should quit making Trump books. That's what people who don't get their books out keep telling me. I don't have nothing to say about that. I don't know how to pronounce your name, AP, so I'm just going to call you AP. AP says, I just got here. I'm sorry. I've been ranting for almost an hour about nonsense. No one says I blame the Irish and Bill Cosby. I blame Irish Bill Cosby. Jello pudding pops. The kids. Don't get Cosby'd. Like I say, I'm gonna get out of here. It's been almost an hour, but I'm gonna set up a DM group on Twitter, start inviting some people to come on, or at least pre-recording some interviews. So if there's anybody that you want to see on, or if you want to come on and just talk about your favorite comic books or anything, I'm gonna have Sam back on here soon. My man blames Space Beard. Well, my beard looks. I don't think it looks this epic in real life, but then they like green screens and it looks huge. When I put it in front of that guitar, it looks huge, and it's awesome. So I hope you guys had a good time listening to me talk about a bunch of poop. And I'm gonna go, and I will see y'all tomorrow. You all have a good day. I'm gonna play you some music like from yesterday, so you can chill out and listen to this music if you want to. Burning me up. I can feel